All right, welcome back. Welcome back. This is Sabaka with Drum going into game number two between Skorb and Rain. Let's. All right, spawning in the bottom right, we do have the red Terran payback Skorb up 1-0 over Rain, going with a Marine tank heavy force for the win.
And in the top left, we have the Green Terran Rain, kind of getting caught out with drops last game, and let's see if you can fix that for this upcoming match.
Yep.
So honestly, the map pick is actually kind of screams at like this map is so much harder to drop than the last map. It's only like one little ledge you really have to defend back behind your base airspace, and I think this is going to definitely be a lot better map for Rain.
Right. And as plat players, from what I've seen from casting a lot of Code B and A last season, is that they don't really change the build in game number two. It's kind of the same game as the first one.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I hope we see something different.
It would be nice, yeah. Variety's good. Definitely is really good in a best of series. Help throw your opponent off. Kind of learn what his style is, and you can adapt to that a little bit. That's why the longer the series, the better player wins.
Right on.
But yeah, I mean, I'm really excited to see Rain use his map pick. Kind of play to the map. Use his strength as much as he can.
Yeah.
Try to get this to game 3.
It's well, you know what? He was pretty good on map vision. He was pretty good on upgrades. It was just his army positioning and just choices of his combat choices. So if he can get that covered in a game, he'll be good to go.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, the macros are pretty similar. His money was low. It's all about the micro, the decision making, the positioning, and that in TVT especially, like a little mistake in one of those can swing like 30-40 supply instantly.
Right. And like last game, Skorb taking a much earlier scout than Rain.
Score, obviously, maybe his build is more fragile. There's a couple things that might counter it or something like that. Or he's just paranoid that Rain might do something cheesy.
Right.
But yeah, this SCV is now trapped. He shall spend the rest of his life, albeit probably short, in this little green base.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna try and stay alive as long as he can. He doesn't want to die. It's funny when an SCV gets shot at, it bleeds.
What does it?
I know there's a little human in there, but like, I didn't know all the bullets or whatever directly hit the body.
That's just rude. It's like kind of like a mecha suit. You would think it would actually fight pretty well against a Marine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's probably got more armor.
Yeah, technically, they don't. Sadly, but yeah, you think it would. You think it would.
So, both expansions going down very, very close on time.
Skorb's is faster again. Just kind of a little difference in the builds. For exacts, Skorb builds his CC before his second depot, while Rain's building it after. So he's just getting that little teeny bit faster, and it just sacrifices a couple of Marines. That's why the supply difference is Rain has more supply because he didn't do that, but the CC finishes a lot faster, and the Skorb will quickly catch that up. This is one of those balanced things. You make your decisions how safe you feel, kind of thing. At the same time, he did the early scout with that, so he's making less units while scouting earlier to kind of make that a really safe choice.
Also taking the double gas earlier. Just once again, very similar builds.
Yeah, so far
just
looks
Skorb being
like
slightly
exactly
faster.
like last game. So far it's pretty identical. Openings, just kind of Marines, and we see a factory and both of them in just a little bit, probably 30-40 seconds, maybe a little faster for Skorb. Then we get the stim probably around the 7:30 mark, 7-minute mark, and just kind of go into the same little game. Probably get that 2-base push going again by both of them. But yeah, I mean, we're just in this phase again. That TVT startup.
It's great.
Best thing in the world.
One of the more exciting matches.
I think the most it's almost exciting as PvP when the 1-base phase is over and it's going to be a long game.
Oh god, I hate that, dude.
It's
I
like
hate it.
action, action, action. Wait.
Yeah, no. I think PvP is the most fun matchup to watch because I
Mhm.
love the one base stuff. I can't handle it
Yeah,
when it
the
goes
one base stuff is
macro.
great, but nothing ever happens on two bases. It's always one base or three base. One base, three
Yeah.
base.
Or ZVZ is just Zergling Baneling for the first 10 minutes.
But then you just go into roaches and
Yeah.
fasters and then fast. Sometimes meters.
You know what? We're
And
gonna have some new units soon, Drum, in like 3 months.
3 months, yeah. It's pretty exciting. Have you played the beta at all?
I have. I'm silver in the beta.
Mm. I'm plat and proud.
I've only played maybe 4 or 5 games.
Okay.
I can't deal with the constant changes in the patches. I gotta have like a stable
Mm.
system to work with.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I basically grew up in the beta.
Yeah.
Oh, this is actually interesting. I'm gonna pause my little story because we're getting a reactor on a star or tech lab on a starport.
Yep.
So we're
That's
gonna see banshees.
You're gonna be some banshees.
It's gonna be some banshees. So this
Skorb
is a really
starport
slow two-base bench. Let's see if it's
is
gonna be cloak. It's gonna be cloak. Okay, so we're gonna have some action before, a little
yeah.
earlier than our usual 12-minute mark. I'm quite excited for
So yeah, the variety's kicking in.
that. um, yeah, we actually have a
Ringing
pretty
going for
lower
siege
slot.
again.
This is like a magical, like decent supply lead for Rain, just because some macro slip up, some SCV production slip up, and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Rain's just ahead.
Right.
So those banshees are going to have to do work to make up for it. I mean, this engineering bay out, so if he catches wind of it somehow, it wouldn't be too much of a problem. But so the bad thing about good macro is there's no meals, no energy on these. There's no scans, no energy on these. One of them is about to get 50, but the odds are he's going to meal instantly.
Yeah.
So it does have opportunity for this cloak banshees to definitely pay for it. So it
Rain
looks
does
like
have one missile turret down.
hold up. There is a second starport that's going to have a reactor, a tech lab. I keep
Tech
doing
lab,
that.
yeah.
So,
Well,
so is on the
it
sky
was
there.
the whole SCV disaster last game that kind of took Rain out of it, and
Yeah.
if Skorb can do that again, I don't see why he wouldn't be able to take another game off Rain.
But he's going to have to do damage. He's down supply. Banshees are a big investment. Double Banshees, massive investment. So while entertaining, they do have some, these Banshees are like high pressure mode. Yeah.
Yeah, and Rain's army right now looks like it could take down Skorb's wall up front.
Yeah, there's
So
no tanks. There's no tanks.
yeah, and Rain is about to hit +1 attack. So if there's any
Mhm.
time to push, it would be now. It'd be a great time.
Yeah, but once again, there is one scan, and about to be two scans. This is actually a really big deal. If those scans stay up, and frame pushes or something like that, it could just be the fastest game ever. But we have the Banshees finally moving out. He waited till 3 to actually send them out. We have a third base coming from Rain, and these Banshees are beelining to him.
Yeah, definitely. That third base could get sniped pretty quickly.
And we have a third starport. Just because 2 wasn't enough.
Well, I
And
have a feeling this one's gonna be for Medivacs.
and the double armory. Not Medivacs. and a fourth.
No Medivacs.
And a fourth starport. So
Skorb
it
is
looks
just
like
going
we're
heavy Banshee
really
right now.
committing to this. And we're even going to get Banshee upgrades. So these 3 Banshees fly by the CC. And we have energy on these. We have energy on these orbitals. So he has the Marines. Marines are good against Banshees, and he has scans. But before this is the reaction. We're not getting the reaction comes from Rain, and we have 12, 15, 16 workers killed and counting. This whole naturals, all the workers pretty much wiped out.
Oh god, 19, 20, 21.
21, and they get out safely. And again, I don't know why those depots are being built there. And forces
Rain
a
is
lift on
now
the
down
third
30 SCVs, man.
And that was the supply difference. So
Oh,
24 workers killed by these 3 Banshees, and they still want to do more work.
late
Popping,
Banshees can do that to you, man. They're just so scary.
stopping that turret at
Oh, stops another
243
one
health.
at 200. God damn.
And more CVs go down, more turrets are going up. The Marines are coming. No stim was used to get there. Oh, we see a massive stem, and one Banshee does go down.
Oh man.
But we're already at 34 workers killed, and now these Banshees are just picking off Marines. In the meantime, back at home, we have a fleet of 6 more
Yeah.
Banshees being produced. We have 2 armories aren't really doing anything, and Skorb definitely stacking up the money.
Rain down 50 supply, and
It's like all workers.
it's gonna be uphill again, man. That's
Yeah, it's 50 supply, 100% workers. It's 67 to 17 workers.
yep.
So honestly, Rain needs the pressure, and I think he knows it. He knows he lost a lot of workers, and he has to make up for it by using his army. But is it too late? Can Skorb hold the front with his Banshee fleet?
You know,
His
Rain's
armada.
Terran ship weapons level 1 is almost done, but he doesn't have any ships.
Huh.
Oh,
I
he's got
think
one
that was
Viking.
okay. And then we have double ups on the ship weapons and ship armor going for Skorb in the meantime. Oddly enough, there's a starport with a tech level also for Rain. That's just kind of relaxing. Here we have the big push from Rain. This is what this game is basically going to come down to. He needs to do damage to counteract the damage that Skorb has done. He just has to. And we have a double
Drop
drop.
would have been lovely here, but unfortunately it's not going to happen. And oh no, this poor
he
drop.
needs it. So this drop is just going to get shut down.
Yeah.
Meantime, these Banshees are going to go right for the tank. But if there's a scan, oh, those Banshees.
Ooh, loses 3 Banshees, I think.
Yeah, 3 Banshees for pretty much nothing. He has to be really careful. The scans going on top of each other. No, I don't even know whose scan is whose at this point. I'm assuming that one was Skorb's. And these tanks can take it down, and the Banshees.
Oh no, that's kind of a wasted scan right there.
Okay. And yeah, that push is kind of thwarted, and at the same time, the economic advantage is still way within Skorb. But now we have Vikings on the way.
Yep, and Skorb taking a little third base to the left, not taking the bottom left expansion.
Kind of a peculiar choice. It's like a hidden base, but you kind of walk through that way to get to the third a lot of the times. So it's
Right.
like, yeah, semi-hidden base.
It's a hidden base in the hidden pathway that you walk on.
Yeah, exactly. And we still have 5 Banshees at the time, 2 twos on the way, more starports in production, even though there's idle starports. But yeah, there's no real answer for the Vikings yet.
So it's going to be 1-1 Marines right now versus 1-1 Banshees. And the Vikings tearing them apart. Here we go. The Marines should be able to take out Skorbs, but
yeah,
I don't know. The Concave's pretty good for Rain.
I mean, Marines are pretty good against Banshees, I heard.
He does not have... Oh, he does have 1 scan, and that was a great trade for Rain right there. Great trade.
Now he has to do economic damage on the back of this, because Rain's, I mean, it's just the SCV deficit. He needs to do, every time this trade happens, he has to do economy damage.
Right. And it's kind of been Rain's curse, even in game 1. He has the ability to push, the ability to counter, but he just doesn't have the bravery. Let's just say that.
And now, insult to injury, a fusion cord is being made. So we have Vikings under production. Looks like we're gonna have a battlecruiser switch in a little bit.
And he can afford it, so.
Yep, he sure can. No economic damage is going down, and now we just have Skorb just kind of relaxing with a fleet of Banshees. Let's see if he gets active with it again. I would like that. That would be enjoyable.
God, just looking at the saturation of Rain's 3 bases is so sad. I just can't even. Just ghost town command centers.
Yeah. And finally, you do have some aggression. You're going for the economy. The hidden fourth stayed hidden, even with the SCVs moving away from that base. And he's gonna snipe this base.
And a lot of SCVs. Whoa, here we go. That's what he needed.
Yep. And now we have Banshees.
And where are the Vikings?
There
they are, the Vikings.
These trades are going so far in advantage, but all these trades are working. Like Rain's, the supply deficit is getting smaller and smaller. All these trades are working really well for him. The Banshee harassment has gone down, which is what Banshees are really good at. And in direct-up fights, Rain's winning every single one.
And Rain, if he just knew that there was another base in there, he could do he could really hurt Skorb, but
Yeah,
he's just
that if he
moving.
knew that base was there, he could actually came back into this game. He
Yeah.
thinks Scorb's on two base, and that hurts him a lot right now.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean these banshees, the banshees aren't meant for straight up fights. They're meant for harassment, and every time they get in a straight up fight, they're just losing every single time.
Yeah. I mean, what Rain needs to do right now is just completely take his workers off of gas because he just doesn't need the gas anymore.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely.
He needs many minerals as he can, as many marines as he can get.
And it looks like Score might be looking to get aggressive here. His army has moved slightly to the left,
Yeah,
right.
his Sky Fleet is looking really deadly. It will be able to take out any Vikings that Rain has. They're at 2-2
Hmm.
upgrades for ships, and are the battle cruisers have not started yet.
No. Yeah, Rain's just being really passive with his army. Raven's being reduced by Rain. I actually really like that. PDDs work against everything Scorb has, and he has the gas. He can spare. So
Mhm.
I really do like that choice. Also, clumped air takes a lot of damage from seeker missiles. So yeah, I mean, this is the most passive group of banshees ever.
Oh my
We
God!
have another push here by Rain.
Yeah, he's gonna try and take out, and if he waits just a little bit, it'll finish. And yeah, there
And
he goes.
instantly popped. Yep. He still doesn't know about the other bases though. But this, I mean, this is just he thinks he's keeping score on two base. That's really dangerous. In the
Yeah,
meantime,
here
now
we
this
go.
fight.
Ooh, the Ravens get. Oh, the Ravens just get sniped too quickly.
Yeah, too
Not
quickly.
good at
There's
all
no
with the
PDD
Ravens
coming
there.
off, and then there's just too many banshees
Yeah,
with really good upgrades. How often do
it's
you
pretty
see
much
cheating banshees?
it's
Now this
unfathomable to
is
come back at this point.
the first battle cruiser is halfway done. Scorb's adding on Ravens. We have more Vikings coming up, and now he's going to counter push and kind of get the job done. Yeah.
Hmm. We should be seeing. I mean, there's nothing he can Rain can do. It's over at this point.
There's the GG.
There's the GG.
Yeah. That's game.
That's all she wrote for that. Scorb wins at 2-0.
Mhm.
So that puts him at 1-0 in his group. Rain at
Yeah.
0-1.
Hmm.
Definitely not out of it by any means.
Yeah.
So
The lower group, only the bottom person from each group is knocked down.
yeah.
So you just got to be better than at least someone in your group. And so 1-0 starts really good. You can still be dropped down with one win. So Scope can't let out that sigh of of relief quite yet. And also, apart from that, seeding is extraordinarily important for the next round. The better you do, the better seed you get, the easier ride you get to the bracket stage. And if you get to the bracket stage, you don't have to go through this again.